very quick tutorial on how to use the application called Explain Everything. First thing we're going to do once we've got our iPad on is to go to the app Explain Everything, and once you open that up it should give you a screen that allows you to open your previous files or to start a new one. On the top right hand corner you'll see the plus sign. That's what we're going to press, and that starts up a new presentation. I'm just going to pick the first of the templates, and then you'll see your new slide created. Now, a couple of things you need to be aware of. Down the left hand side you've got your toolbar that allows you to select all of your different menu options here. On the bottom it tells you which slide you're up to. Here is the recording section that you'll use to record your narration over the top of your presentation, and all of these icons on the bottom right hand corner here allow you to share your materials and to export them to other places. Alright, the first thing we're going to have a look at, however, is this button up here. This allows you to manipulate and move any of your materials around your presentation so that you're not deleting them. You actually just move them from one location to another. This button here allows you to add another slide, so you'll see that we are now on slide 2 of 2. This one here, the little pencil, allows you to draw or to write things into your presentation using a range of options here. If you hold your finger over the pencil, you can change the style of pen and the size of the pen, and that will affect how it looks on your presentation. The next one down here, this one allows you to enter some shapes. So if, for example, you wanted to include an arrow, all you need to do is to click on the shape that you want, and you can change its size, you can change its direction, and you can use it however you need to in your presentation. To change the shape you need to use, again, hold your finger over that and you can select whichever shape you would like to include in your presentation. The next one down here obviously is the text function. So once we type on that, a text box appears rather, and you can type whatever information you would like into your slide here. Again, if you want to change the anything about this, of course you can edit as you normally would. You need to select your colouring first. So if I go down the bottom left hand side here and I want to type in red, I just click red and then I just continue to type in the box here, and it will come up using whatever it is I've selected as the colour. Our next button down here is an important one for inserting objects from other locations. So if I want to put a photograph from an existing that exists on my camera roll, I simply click on that, select it, and it's included there, and you can manipulate it and move it to however you want it on your screen. Alright, the next thing we have is the cross button here. That simply allows you to delete anything that you want to get rid of that you perhaps didn't need to include in your presentation. Our next button down here is your pointers. As you can see, you can use your pointers in your presentation to draw attention to certain aspects of your slide. To change the sort of pointer you're going to use, simply hold your finger over it, select the one you want, and you can use whatever's appropriate for you. You can of course use several pointers at the same time, but you don't want to do something to confuse your audience. Alright, so down the bottom here we can see we've only got 2 slides. If I needed to reorder these, what I could simply do is click on the writing of slide 2 of 2. I can hold the slide and I can manipulate the order in which they are in. If I really wanted to change the template, I can do that as well, and it just changes the background colours of those templates. The next thing you need to be aware of is recording your narration over the top. Again, if we look at the bottom of our screen here, you've got the record function. So if I press the little red button, you can see that it's now recording my narration over the top of this presentation. You can record a narration for each slide and pause it, and then move on to the next slide, or the previous slide if you like, and you can record, and it will put all those together when you export your completed presentation. Alright, so when you have finished recording all the information you need to export your files, and there's lots of different options here. The most commonly used one will be to export to your camera roll, and that'll allow you to save that to Connect and to do all sorts of other things that you wish to use. This one here actually allows you to rename it. Of course, you would use something appropriate like your surname and maybe the file name as well as that. And once you do that, it's now saving across to your camera roll. There are other options to save it to different places, of course. If you want to back up to your Dropbox or something like that, you can do that as well. So I hope that helps. I hope that you've been able to find out different ways that you can use Explain Everything. It's best that you have a little bit of time to play around with it and explore some of its features and some of its functions before you start working on your assessment task, and just make sure you work out how to use some of the features of the presentation that best suits you. Good luck. Hope it all goes well.